Hello everyone and welcome to another Jurassic World Legacy Collection toy unboxing slash review. That was my fun, being notified of something. And today we are going to have a look at something very special. Something I think we will all agree everyone can enjoy in one way or another. These Kinder Surprise dinosaurs. You see, they were a big surprise to me, because if you watch the Gaming Beaver, you will see that he has recently got a hold of all these Kinder eggs with all these little dinosaurs in them, and other creatures as well, and of course, and that was last week as of this recording, so I had to have a look at them. And as you can see, I got at least 4. There's Blue with the strangely thick tail, thick with a double C, of course. We've got a Triceratops, an albino Triceratops, really, and we've got a Mosasaurus, which is a very nicely done Mosasaurus, to be fair. And look, there it's got a lighter underside, and it's quite sizable. It's quite nice. And my first one was a Dimorphodon. See, look at that. See, these are teeny. There's a teeny and tiny, but the detail is quite impressive. See, look at that. It's got painted mouth, painted teeth, painted eyes. Well, it would do if this would focus. But yeah. So started trying to get a hold of these. I've only managed to find them in supermarkets so far. They're probably available in other places as well, and I just am not great at looking. Anyway, onto this main event. This thing here. This is what y'all here for. This is what I'm here for as well. By the way, this plastic means that you can see me. Hi! I'm in my John Hammond shirt. So welcome to Jurassic Park. We are going to have a look at the Tyrannosaurus Rex Escape Pack, or the Coffret Fuite Tyrannosaurus Rex, or the Paquette de Huida de Tyrannosaurus Rex. Apologies if I butcher those languages, but I'm trying. I've got Duolingo. Anyway, I've already cracked this open. I've just put everything back as it was. So let's, just for the purposes of kicking things off. As we can see, nice display out there. And there's Timmy Turner. I'm joking. Of course it's not Timmy Turner. It's Tim Murphy. So let's see if we can just get this out whilst on camera. Alright. Gonna do my patented... Yeah. Nope, that didn't work. In fact, that made things worse. Ah. Okay. Here we go. We're sliding things out. We're dropping things, because that's how professional we are. Oh, there we go. There we go. Right. Things are out of the box. You can't see my ugliness in the reflection of the plastic. And we can take things out. See? Don't have to faff about with it. Okay, take the T-Rex out. Take the tail out. Take this gorgeous core out. Look, let's have a good look at that. Oh, you beauty. You absolute beauty. We'll have a close look at that later. These. Put those to one side, namely on the floor. Timothy Murphy, of course. And, okay. Before we completely discard this, let's vibrate. Okay. I'm glad that doesn't pick up like it does when I'm streaming things on the actual phone. Oh dear. Professionalism. Okay, here we go. This is the blister. Oh, can you actually see it in frame? Right, here we go. This is the blister that holds Timmy in place, and the goggles as well. Okay. What they've done and I appreciate this, what they've done is that they have not really stuck this blister down on the card, and they've taped it on, which for collectors is very appreciated, because this backdrop of the T-Rex fence setup is absolutely stunning, and it's ideal for display. So why would you want this messed up? Yeah, the tape has taken off a little bit of the actual design, which is a little bit unfortunate, but if you just glance at it, it's not that big. However, if you... I don't know if you're able to see this, but look, there is an actual stuck-on edge of blister thing here that's actually stuck onto the card. So what I think they've actually done is that originally the blister was stuck onto this thing, and they've got it out again, and they've cut the blister, the figure blister off, the figure and the accessory off. They've cut it off the plastic so that the plastic stays on, and then they've put the figure and the thing in another piece of plastic blister and then taped that to this. That's what I think they've done. Which begs the question, why did they do this in the first place? And if they were planning to just have a blister just taped to the packaging, why did they bother with it? I've got a feeling it's a last-minute decision. But because this is the case, this is appreciated, but when you have enough time to look at this, it begins to get really weird. This one, I think, is actually stuck on, as that one was. So I'm going to leave this stuck here, but we'll just have a final look at that backdrop. It's absolutely stunning, I think. Look at that. It's even got the rain and stuff on the bottom, on the base as well. Oh yes, and of course, the broken section of the fence where the T-Rex comes through. Maybe it's the power trying to come back on. Alright, we'll get rid of those. Oh, hi friends! We've got a Sarcosuchus, we've got Bumpy, we've got a Stegosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Zuniceratops, Baryonyx, and a Sarcosuchus. Oh wait, I said the Sarcosuchus. Anyway, backdrop. Have a look at that. Lovely. Okay. Enough showing off. Let's get to the main event. A T-Rex without a tail. It's a Manx T-Rex. It's one of them rare variants. So let's try and plug a tail in. I think that's how... Yeah, you should line up the patterning. Wherever the patterning is. Yeah. Oh dear. Talk amongst yourselves. Intermission music. I see. Right. Because it's on a ball joint, you can twist it any way you like. That sounds horrible. But this thing here, the actual thing that connects to the thing, has a notch, which is only on one side, on the inside. Yeah, the lighting in here is poor. I do apologise. So, hey, that snap there. See, there we go. Immediately, matching patterning in the sculpt. Lovely. So, we've had this T-Rex sculpt before. It's basically a extreme chomping T-Rex, because she goes chomp. I've got the first oh dear, stay put, stay. I've got the first edition T-Rex of this mould, which had the original head with the tongue that stuck out in the middle, and I've got the second version of that one as well, where the tongue lays flat in the jaw like this. And they have released other versions of it as well. They released a battle damage version of that original deco, and they recently released a grey coloured version of the toy as well, which I sort of missed out on, mainly because when that came out, this was announced, and this coloration is very much akin to the to this T-Rex, which I think is one of the best ones. So, as you can see, look at that beauty. Give us a roar. Thank you. So this is the epic roaring T-Rex. Hi. And that's the Legacy Collection T-Rex. See, family photo. There we go. Comparison. See, this one's obviously a lot bigger, and this one is actually more to scale with human figures than this one is. This one was mainly done for budgetary reasons, I want to say. But yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, even though this is the one that came with the pack, and this is the more to scale version, it's not bad at all. Yeah, it looks really good with the Ford Explorer, I think. But anyway, that's the T-Rex. You go with your friends. There we go. See, new friends. Hi. See, they're all getting along famously. Yeah, even Bumpy agrees. But now, we shall have a look at Timothy Murphy, the first of the Murphy twins. Now, when this pack was released, this guy was announced, and as happy as everyone was to see this guy in the pack, everybody started being all, well, where's Lex? Where's his big sister? And here's the thing, guys. I don't think there's much reason to start being all, where's Lex? I can see the point. I was there during the Where's Ray outrages, the Where's Black Widow outrages. I was there for all them. But in this case, what they have been doing is they've been going through the cast one by one in various ways and means. We've got Malcolm, we've got Grant, we've got Ellie, Muldoon, we've got John Hammond. We've just had the announcement that we're going to get a 3 3/4 Ray Arnold as well. So I don't think. Whoops. I don't think Lex is too far behind. You could even say they're saving the best till last, but we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think we are not going to have Lex. I think it's a given that we're going to have Lex. Simple as that. I mean, look for the Fallen Kingdom figures. If we didn't just have boatloads of Owens, we also had Claire, and we also had at least 2 types of Claire, and we had Zia as well, which I was extremely happy with, and we had Maisie. So yeah, I don't think we've got much to worry about in that. Oh, I forgot Nedry as well. Yeah, we've got 2 versions of Nedry as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. Nedry I just delete from my memory. Anyway, yes. So we probably will get Lex. Don't know how. Don't know when. They haven't made any announcements yet, but I think there's still lots to announce, and I think they're going to do something akin with the Camp Cretaceous figure packs that they've just revealed, that are starting to make waves now, like Darius, Yaz, and there'll be Ben one as well, I think. Yeah, so, yeah. Watch this space. Lex will be on the way. Anyway, so... And if the camera can focus, please. Come on, there we go. We can see that this Timmy figure... Now, there were 5 packs in the store when I picked this up at Smith's, if you're in the UK. So when I picked this up, I obviously had to compare them with all the others to try and get the best one possible, And not just that, balance that with the best-looking T-Rex and the best-looking car as well. So I believe, overall, these are the best ones that I had the options. And in terms of sculpt, that is not a bad resemblance to young Joseph Mazzello. I had to think of his name for a second there. Oh dear. Sorry, Joe. But yeah, I don't think this is a bad resemblance at all. And, they've got the costume bang on, they've got the little details like the neckerchief as well. And, yes. Yeah. Not a bad little Not a bad little figure at all. He does come with one accessory, which is the head goggle thing, googly goggle, night vision goggles. There we go. Got there in the end. Oh god, I've dropped it. There we go. They only have, however, done it in the base 2 colours that they are in the film, i.e. yellow for the actual goggles themselves and green for the headset, head wrap band, head fitting thing, whatever. Yeah, they've only done the 2 base colours. I suppose it would have been nice to see a little bit more detail on this, but I suppose with its size, they must have thought, well, it's not going to be that big of a deal. If they do a 6-inch version of Tim Murphy, they probably will do a more detailed version of this goggly headset, night vision goggles as well. But I like that. That's not bad. The sculpt's all there. Yeah, not bad. And it does fit. There we go. It's a nice pliable soft plastic as well, so fits on the head very nicely. Looky there. Yeah. It's late in the evening, so I'm starting to get goofy. So it is well. So we have the it's expensive put them back situation. Where's the gut? And then you can sort of lift them up. So he's just got them resting like that. You see. So that's when he looks up, and when the T-Rex is like, yeah. So that's what's that about. So okay, you go there. So that's Tim. That's Tiny Tim. Tiptoe with the T-Rex. Yeah, there again, that guess how they. And here, brum, is the main event, and no drivers. No drivers. So, the Ford Explorer. We finally have it! This is a long-requested item from the Mattel Legacy line. Unfortunately, I don't have the Kenner equivalent from way back in the day anymore, but Kenner toys weren't supposed to be true representations of the screen things anyway, but these are, because I think these days there is more of a demand, more of an expectation, shall we say, of screen. I'm doing my own turntable here. This is oh dear. Never mind. Yeah, well, you get the idea. Yeah, there's more of an expectation / demand for screen accurate stuff. You see a thing in the movie, you want to have it in hand, especially for the most demanding of collectors. No, that's not the right word, is it? I'll think of the right word by the end of the review. Spin the wheels! Like the Jeeps that have come out for the collection Legacy Collection line, both rear and front axles are affixed to have the wheels affixed to each other. So it's just one rod with both wheels attached on the end, so the wheels don't turn independently of each other, which is sort of a shame a little bit. However, when you do action play and you tilt it onto one side, you still get motion in the wheels that are up in the air, which I very much like. You don't get that with independently working wheels, but it would have been nice to have independent wheels. But other than that, I think this patterning is bang on. Look at that. It even has, just to sweeten the deal with Ford, you have the official Explorer. What's the thing? Explorer XLT. Poor lighting again. I apologise. And the official Ford emblem on the rear. Just so you know, it's an officially licensed Crashing around. Just so you know, it's an officially licensed Ford product, which I'd like to take a moment to talk more about, because it feels like, with big franchises, with big movie stuff, Ford feels like they have been reluctant to do to have any kind of official licensed merchandise directly from themselves, whether it be Jurassic or Transformers, whatever. It feels like Ford have been reluctant to be involved, as it were. For example, in the first Transformers movie, the villain Barricade transformed into a Celine S281, which, if you know your cars, is basically a third-party Mustang. So it's a car that Ford originally had, but because it's one of those second company things, so it's Celine, not Ford. Celine was able to, and then Ford didn't really have anything to do with it. But I imagine that if Ford were on board, that's nice and rhythmic. If Ford were on board, they may have offered an actual Mustang. In the similar vein as well, the Mattel Jurassic World line has been a big example to begin with, mainly because we've waited so long for this, and it's 2021 now. The Mattel got the license for the Jurassic line in 2016 or 17, something like that. I think it was 2016. And since 2018, since Fallen Kingdom came out, we've only ever had the Jeep. We've only ever had the Jeep for the Legacy Collection line. We've had representations of some of the vehicles from Fallen Kingdom as well, but in terms of the classic Jurassic stuff, the Ford has been the only thing that's been missing. And another example of this whole Ford reluctance thing as well is that in Jurassic World Evolution, they have this vehicle, but it isn't called a Ford. They have officially licensed Jeeps, and they even did a bit of a tie-in with the new Jeep models. But when these vehicles appeared in the Return to Jurassic Park DLC for Jurassic World Evolution, they were just known as Park Explorers, I think. They weren't known as Fords, basically. They were off-brand Fords. They looked okay though, but they just weren't Fords. So, finally happy that this year is seeing Ford be a little bit more cooperative, a bit less reluctant to get on board with merchandising. And we're going to be seeing that again later this year, because not only is this now a thing, but one of my favourite bits of news this year is that we are going to get a Jurassic Park Transformers crossover where this vehicle is going to be a Transformer. That's big. It's not just Mattel, but Hasbro as well are going to get officially licensed Ford vehicles for their things. So, yes, I'm very excited for that. I will be reviewing that when I get it. And if you'd like a little bit of an idea of what to expect from that, we can have this here. And I have with me as well the Beast Wars Kingdom Leader Class Megatron figure. This figure is going to be used for the T-Rex Transformer in that set as well, called Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I love that name! Anyway, so they're going to use this figure, and basically coloured in the Jurassic T-Rex colours. So yeah, you can have sort of an idea of what to expect from that. That's going to be released in the autumn-winter time, so yes, look forward to that. Anyway, back to this. Oh dear, things are falling. I'm sorry. It's all collapsing. Anyway, back to this. And yeah, they've done really well with this. I think this is as true a representation as you can get. The one thing that did take me aback, that really surprised me about this, were the fact that it's got, you can see it in the light there, the finer details are stickers. They are decals. Now, just casually, you don't really notice them, but there's a decal on the roof. You have decals on the covering most of the doors. And do you have any on the back? No? Okay, maybe not. But yeah, plenty of decals. Thankfully, you don't have to put them on yourself. But I surmised that they decided to do decals for a lot of these details. For cost, because toy companies like Lego, as much as we love Lego, they do stickers a lot for bricks and stuff. It's a cost-saving measure for them. So I believe it will be a cost-saving measure for these guys as well. Because having this kind of detail on a sticker is a lot cheaper to print on the sticker, on a flat sticker, than it is this curved plastic. That's my only real explanation for it. Second of all, detail as well. Now, Mattel they must know to a degree, that they have not the best record with quality control, with QC, especially on their dinosaurs. Every time I get a new character, every time I get a new figure, or indeed a character, I suppose, I always look at the eyes. The eyes and the edges of the horns or beak or toes or whatever, because sometimes the eyes aren't printed on exactly in where they're supposed to be, and sometimes like the edges of the horns and beaks and toes where they are painted and don't always sit nicely on the thing as well. Same thing for other creatures with teeth. So Mattel must know that's a thing. So if you get something as iconic as this and you have this kind of iconic fine detail, I suppose you do not want to get that kind of thing wrong or get it sloppy or anything. So having these finer details on stickers is a good move. So nicely done, Mattel. It does, however, make the situation with the Nedry Jeep a little bit more frustrating, because why didn't they do stickers for the missing detail that they missed out from the prototype, like the stripe, for instance? Why didn't they do stickers for that? Why didn't you do that, Mattel? Why? It's just I suppose if they do re-release that Jeep again, that's something they probably could do, and they probably should do. So yes, opening doors. Oh, when they do open. Oh, come on. There we go. Opening doors on both sides as well, so you can create the whole. I read this book by Backer, and he says, ka-chunk, with the thing with Tim and Grant, and when Tim's basically chasing Grant through both explorers, because that's a delightful scene. And then Lex appears like, she said, we should go with you because it'd be good for you. Because reluctant fathers. And yes. So yeah, opening doors, nice functions as well. But a nice action feature is this, I would say glass roof, but it isn't technically. But it isn't glass, of course, it's plastic. Because you can reenact the thing. You can do the thing where the T-Rex stuffs its face in the car and the thing goes down and it's like, ah! But you don't want to do that too much. Unless you really like to play with stuff. Because clear plastic like this, when it gets scuffed and buffed, it's not nice. It's not pretty at all. So, there you go. Just have that. And of course, one of the greatest action features that this possesses, you can flip it upside down. There you go. Flip it upside down. Have your T-Rex step on it and be all, power of nature. Yeah, it's starting to get goofy. Impressive amount of detail, well, kind of an impressive amount of detail on the undercarriage as well, including spare tyre and this little code here, A2610BV. What does it mean? We shall never know. Anyway, that is a good solid look at. I think that's unequivocally is the most thorough look at this set you will ever get from someone who has only decided to do this review today and not over the weekend. But there we go. The Mattel Jurassic World Legacy Collection. Rah. Tyrannosaurus Escape pack. Just have him sat on the bonnet there. There we go. Oh, that is cute. Yay. There we go. Very happy to have this vehicle in hand. Yeah. The thing I said in my last review about the Nedry pack is that they cut several corners. Is that I believe that they made several budgetary saving options for that set, which could have been rectified with a couple of pounds or dollars, I suppose, on top of that price tag, just to have those missing details that we wanted. Now, part of my tea that I didn't relay in that thing, but I did think about, was that a lot of that budgetary cutting was probably because of this. Now, I mentioned earlier about the Ford being a big license that has been reluctant in the past. Timmy, please. There we go. Relax. Chill with the still. There we go. My estimate is that, educated guess, shall we say, is that the Nedry pack, budget cuts must have been because of this set coming out, because you can see that so much went into this, and it's essentially got the three main elements that the previous one has: vehicle, human, dinosaur. That's what the other one had. It's basically the same kind of feeling, the same kind of vibe, the same kind of set. It's more expensive. In Smith's, it retails for $39.99, basically £40, which is £15 more than the Nedry set. Now, as I said in my Nedry review, those separate kinds of elements, if you bought them separately, you would have been paying up to over £50. And that set cost £25. I would have been happy to pay like £30, even £35 for it. And this is £40. Now, this car is much more detailed and much more involved than the Jeep. I mean, it has opening doors, for instance. It's more involved than the Jeep is. And there's so much learned things from previous things. You know, there's so much experience they've had from previous ones that they've put into this as well. So if the Jeep on its own would be £20, this would probably be $30. So, maybe even more. Definitely no more, and definitely no less than 25. It'd probably be 30. The T-Rex on its own, the Legacy Collection Extreme Chomping T-Rex, is always £20 on its own. Any human figure you get, regardless of the size, because he's only a child, any human figure you get is always about £10. So the value of this set is probably £55, between 50 and 60 quid. So to get this for Timmy, please. So to get this to £40 is not bad at all. See, dive through the window. There you go. So to get this for 40 quid isn't bad at all. And I would have happily paid that for the Nedry one if, like I say, all those missing details were in place. But we got what we have, and even if it is the case that those budget cuts in the previous one was because of this one, I can't be too miffed about that, because I'm very happy that we finally got to Ford Explorer. Maybe we'll get, because this is number 4, so this is the one that the kids were in, maybe we shall get number 5 in the future. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 5 and more details as well, because there's a lot of space in this car as well. You may have seen it in other reviews, or in actual reviews, should I say. There's a lot of space in this car. You can fit 4 or 5 figures in. There's space in the boot as well, or the trunk if you're American. There's a lot of space in here, so it's very possible they could release number 5 with a chest in the back that has flares in, or something like that, and maybe even an opening back door as well. So so to access that trunk and the flares, that would be very interesting indeed. But other than that, the next thing on my wish list are vehicles from the Lost World. Or maybe even the helicopter from Jurassic Park as well. That'd be nice. But definitely the vehicles from Lost World. Mercedes, unlike Ford, are very cooperative with tie-in merchandising for other franchises and toys as well. So, you get Mercedes, you probably get access to the Lost World M-Class vehicles. You can probably do more of the Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom vehicles as well. Mattel, Mercedes is on everybody's side. They are so chill with whatever you want to do. So do it. Do it. Yeah, and also I'd want the Fleetwood RV from Lost World as well. Give me it. Maybe we'll get those in the future. Maybe those are being planned right now and we don't know. Who knows? But I would definitely love to see a bit more from the other classic movies as well. My phone is trying to tell me something again. So yeah. So yes. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good end frame to end on. Being yanked out the car. Oh, it's the R-rated version they didn't want you to see. Okay. And on that bombshell, we've had a bit of car talk. We had a bit of dinosaur play. We just generally had a nice chill evening. So, if you have enjoyed these ramblings, then there are details in either my Twitch or YouTube for other things that I do. I do toy reviews on Byte. I do stuff on the Twitter and stuff like that. I've got links. So yeah, check stuff out. Why not? Yeah. So I'd like to end by saying thank you very much for watching. Hope you've liked this review, and whilst you're hunting in these times for these kinds of things, Smiths in the UK. I can't remember if... Yeah, it'll be Target in the US, which I know is very problematic to find these days. So bear with. And if not, get someone from the UK to throw something your way. That might actually be better. Probably cheaper as well. Anyway, so if you're hunting for these, do so, but stay safe, stay Jurassic, because of course. Wash your dang hands, because naturally, and be awesome to yourself and each other.